You're listening to Midwest's Most Dangerous Podcast, LOCPod, Season 17, Episode 5, coming to you live from the NICA IBEW Powering Indiana Lake County Studios.
Good morning.
Hey.
Friday.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking last Friday when we went out, we were like, bear down, go Hoosiers, and everything worked out fine. So I want to make sure when we leave today, bear down, go Hoosiers. Sure. Hopefully have a good, victorious weekend for both teams.
If I sound shitty, I'm a little under the weather.
Yeah, you don't seem your perky self. Get your Colt Komet on, a little ND and Bears going.
Yep. You know, Kevin Warren, the president of the Bears, went to Notre Dame Law School.
I do.
And to Penn undergrad.
Yes. He did play at the Palestra.
He's got Kevin and me both covered.
6 degrees of LOCPod.
I think it's, yes, 6 degrees of LOCPod.
But like, that's a strange coincidence, right? I'm going to have to make sure.
It's meant to be, man.
I'm going to have to mention that to Kevin.
Kismet, there you go.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's like total connection between Hammond leadership and Bears leadership. It's pretty cool.
It's meant to be.
He graduated Notre Dame Law School 7 years before Marissa and I got there.
Wow.
We missed him by 7 years.
Well, you know, that's a long time. That's like 2 undergrads.
I would have been in his class. Well,
it's 2+ law school
had
classes.
I not gone to the Navy. And I was on the same trajectory, which I wouldn't have been because the Navy set me on that trajectory. But
so that means, I wonder if he graduated right around when I did, when I graduated law
1990.
school. 90. Okay, so he's 4 years before me.
Yeah.
He's 10 years before you then, right?
I graduated, 10 years before me, right.
Yeah.
But he left the school 7 years before I got there.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, you ever noticed our coffee cups on LOCPod are made for left-handers?
Not until you pointed it out, but I think, to me, that's sounds like a Marissa ploy.
Didn't she buy these for us?
Yeah.
Tell me that.
And she's left-handed.
Like, it
a proud left-hander, by the way.
Look at if you drink with the right hand, the LOCPod logo goes behind the camera.
What kind of bullshit is that?
You know what? Marissa tricked us.
Do you think she pulled the Polar Kid
Yes,
and got it at a discount?
Well,
no,
this is
that's what I would have done.
I think she's with some fucking left-hander store.
Yeah. Because, you know, she's a very proud left-hander.
Yes.
That's actually a really funny prank if she did it on purpose.
She did it.
She absolutely did it.
How much would it have cost
believe it.
to get the LOCPod logo on the other side of the cup? I mean, it would have cost an extra $1.
I have to go lefty. I don't even. I'm
to show
going to
the
spill
logo,
it on myself.
To show the logo, you have to drink with your left hand.
I can't drink coffee left-handed.
That's good, Marissa.
That was
She's
on
in
purpose.
chat.
That was on purpose. We know that.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Kyle Tucker went to the freaking Dodgers. What a punk.
Well, you didn't want him to stay at the Cubs. They didn't have the money to keep him.
I hate Kyle Tucker. I hated him when he was on the Cubs. That's very few.
Hate.
I never bought his jersey.
You were cheering his. You were pumping him up in April and May and June when he was.
Don't say June. He sucked after May.
The June swoon.
June, July, August, September. He was a curse.
We were not happy with him.
He sucked. And he still made the All-Star team. It's a joke. Man.
The weird thing I think about Tucker, and this is just maybe his personality, but like, you know, and maybe some people would say, oh, that's good, but he's very like level. Like, you don't see any ups and downs with his personality. It didn't seem.
Right. But if you're making $60 million a year, which is what he's making with the Dodgers, I would expect a little leadership in the dugout, and you get none from him. He's just like, oh, fuck, I struck out in the World Series. And he's just like, hum-ba-dum. It's like, dude, show some fucking emotion. Break a baseball bat. Act like you give a shit,
Act
right?
like PCA.
Right?
No,
Act like
level.
you care.
I want level.
Well, he's too level.
I don't want to.
He's so
I
level.
agree with you. He's too level.
He's like stoned level. Like, I'm fucking wasted. I don't even know what's going on.
Maybe that's why he started striking out in July.
He sucked.
Stoned.
Yeah. He's like the ever stoned player. And he's not good. He was good. Fuck that guy, though. Him and his
so we're not trying to bring the Cubs over to Hammond, correct?
No, the Cubs will never come.
Oh, I hope not.
We're not going to have any room left.
I want the Cubs to be in Wrigley Field.
We're not going to have any room left when the Bears move to Hammond.
Oh, we'll have room.
Not really. Not for White Sox. We can go for the White Sox.
No, they're not moving. They're not moving.
Do what you got to do, man.
Are you serious? The White Sox situation is shitty. They're the second best team anyway. They have a shitty freaking setup. Like, if they could set up something like what the Bears are talking about, which is like a village around the stadium, the White Sox would be like, if the White Sox had the Cubs set up, they'd be a different team.
I don't know. I think the White Sox, if they're going anywhere, they're not going to like stay in Chicago. They'd be like, we're going to Nashville. We're going to
Indianapolis,
Charlotte, or something. You know what I mean? Like Vegas. I don't know if the A's are going to Vegas.
Yeah. Hammond, man.
I don't see it.
Make the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to close the deal on the Bears.
Let's do that one at a time.
We don't have any room after this.
One professional sports team at a time.
We don't have room for it. We're going to be an NFL city.
Big updates on that.
Yeah.
And, Brian's going to talk about it too.
Good.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, why don't you talk about our guest a little bit?
Yeah. Brian Howey's coming in the third segment today. Brian Howey is a syndicated journalist. Has been covering Indiana politics since the 1980s.
Wow.
And
I've seen a lot.
yeah, I've been with him my whole career. I've been a follower, a reader. Him and I have had multiple interactions with each other. He's just a great guy.
He's even been on LOCPod before. Season 8, John.
And
Jeez.
he's a Hoosier fan, so he's super
He's gotta
excited
be
about
pumped.
his Hoosiers.
Yes, he's got to be pumped. And by the way, with Brian Howey, Tom, didn't he do like does he still have his Howey Politics? I guess we'll get into it.
No, they
with
got
him.
bought out.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll
talk
get
to
into
him
that
about
with him.
that.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm wearing my Cole Kmet jersey.
I like that.
This is the last one I have. So
Uh-oh.
I hope the Bears don't lose. I'll go out and buy another.
I think George Peterson on chat a while, like on Tuesday, was like, "Don't worry, I've got like dozens."
Good, thanks, George. I got you. But Cole Kmet, Notre Dame guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
85.
when I wear this jersey to the stadium, I think I'm one of the very few that has 85 on.
I did see when we were at the game last Sunday, they have like a life-size Cole Kmet you can stand
I
next
agree.
to, which is
but
pretty
you don't
cool.
see people wearing 85 jerseys.
You do not.
That's
Maybe
enough.
Domers. I bet some Notre Dame
Kevin
people
Warren
do.
does.
There you go.
Kevin Warren wears another. Kevin Warren's
He's a fan of all the players.
No, but I think Cole Kmet has a special place in his heart.
Well, every Notre Dame player does.
Bears win this weekend. What do you guys think?
I am.
Yes,
I think the Bears match up better against the Rams than they would have against the Eagles.
I think
honestly.
the Rams. I think the Rams are going to be. This is going to be freaking cold. And the Bears, like the cool thing about Soldier Field, it's just a great home field advantage, especially now that everybody's so fired up about this team. It's going to be loud and cold, and it was rowdy when we were there, man.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, the fans, like, there won't be any Ram fans there. It'll be very, very
few. And what I would say is that, I mean, if you're looking at it analytically, the Rams secondary blows, so the Bears passing game has to take advantage of that.
I think the Bears are going to win, and then unfortunately, I think the train comes to a stop next week when they go to Seattle.
Seattle's going to be rough. It's number one, it's a rough place to play. Number two, the Seattle Seahawks are damn good.
Can you imagine if Seattle lost and we had home field advantage for the NFC Championship?
Oh, man.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we go into Seattle and win, and then we're in the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
Where is the Super Bowl this year? I don't even know the answer to that. Somebody in chat will tell us.
Isn't it San Fran?
Oh, you're right. It's Santa Clara.
It is.
Yes.
It is. You're right. Yeah, because they were saying the 49ers could have home field advantage.
Yes. Okay, there you go.
Just like the Miami Hurricanes have home field advantage for theirs this
Monday.
year.
That's insane.
That is crazy.
That's
It's just
insane to
it's
me.
lucky, really. when
It's
you think
really
about it.
lucky because they were like last team in,
Right.
right? It was them or Notre Dame.
That
then,
was dumb, though. It shouldn't have been them and Notre
We
Dame.
know.
It should have been Notre Dame and Alabama, but
I think it should have been Miami and Notre Dame, honestly.
Yeah.
Because
Why isn't that held at a neutral site?
Well, no, it's supposed to be. They
it
just
was
pick a
announced
But I mean, like, not a NCAA. Like, why isn't it held
Oh.
at like a NFL
like an
stadium
NFL
or
stadium, like a
something,
dome.
Oh,
They
like
could have
uh,
one in
like
Hammond.
that.
like
Have
the
one
Peach
in
Bowl,
Hammond.
like the Peach Bowl. I guess does Georgia plays there though?
Hammond's
don't
going to be holding freaking college championship games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's going to come to Hammond, Joe.
I
That's
can't wait.
Tom's real dream. He's like,
I'm done
Bears,
being mayor.
okay, but
I'm done being mayor.
Taylor
I'm going to pull
Swift-
strings for Jill and I.
We could sit
And
in
then
my
I'm-
backyard and listen.
maybe you'll finally
Just
get
like
your
the
date.
I want to meet her. I want to meet Taylor Swift. I want to meet her.
One step at a time.
He had to bring the Bears into Hammond to get me on a
Yeah, that's
date.
right.
Yes.
This was Tom's big plan.
All
He's
the shit
playing
we
the
had to
long
do to get
game.
Taylor Swift to play Hammond. I had to convince the governor it was a good idea. Right?
Convince the Bears.
Convince the governor to spend
Like Tom's sitting at home, he's got, all right, I think I've got this figured out. I convinced the Bears
Yes.
to move to Hammond.
Yes.
I convinced the governor
Yes,
to
this is a
get
good
them here.
investment.
And then the next thing you know, Taylor Swift will be in Hammond.
When Taylor Swift plays Hammond, I'm done being mayor. It's fucking it.
Wait, be careful. That could be soon.
I know. Well, they want to play in 2029. so-
Wow. All right. That's
And
the
then
goal.
Taylor's got to be. She's probably going to give birth, within the next year or so.
Well,
She's
so
probably gonna
what?
have to-
So
Although
what does that
she'll
mean?
probably pay somebody
She'll
else
keep
to have
touring.
a baby for
She'll
her.
keep
I
touring.
imagine, right? You
Nah,
can't destroy
she's
She's
that
a
got
proud
kids.
mom.
You
She's
can't
a proud
destroy
mom.
that body, dude.
What do you
Nah,
mean?
she's
You
gonna-
pay some other person.
Hold
to
on a
carry the
minute.
baby.
Why are you implying that having the baby would destroy her body?
It does. It's just not good for a woman's body. And Taylor Swift's got a great.
We need to
body.
have this
Everyone
conversation
does
with
it.
Lindsay on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Lindsay, are you listening? No, she's not listening. What am I thinking?
She's never listened to an
It's like,
episode
what do you-
outside of when she appeared.
You know, one thing you said, I think actually one of the things you said right before we went off the air on Tuesday was that you were going down to the state. Or, I'm sorry, going down to Indianapolis.
I was invited by the governor to be
Wow.
a guest. That's never happened
An
before.
invited guest.
I mean, Governor Braun is Republican governor, and
Yeah.
I'm a Democratic mayor, and I'm one of the leading Democratic mayors, and he's definitely the leader of the Republican Party. So that's bipartisanship. That's not often seen in Indiana.
So give us some inside baseball. Like what happens like
So I was invited.
governor's speech, you know?
So I was invited to go down, and I was like, I definitely was into it. Like, first off, I'm a military dude. The governor wants me to be there. So I'm like, damn, he's going to talk about the Bears, obviously, right? So I'm like, yep, I'm in, governor. And I had to cancel my day. I canceled my day. And then went down there, and they're like, okay, you're going to go into the governor's his office. And I've been in the office a few times. It's a massive room, and it's got like really
in the
cool
State House,
artifacts.
right?
Yeah, in the State House. So he had like a meet and greet, probably an hour long in there. I walk in. There's like one Democrat in the room. That was me. And it's all like the top governors people, top Republican Party officials.
Well, kind of an honor to be the only Democrat in the room.
Oh, yeah.
I guess. I mean,
I was definitely the only Democrat in the room. And I didn't hardly know anybody, but I ran into people like the Indiana Supreme Court Justice.
Oh,
yeah.
The Chief Justice?
Rush?
Chief
Justice. Yeah, Justice Rush and I
very
spoke,
cool.
and she was like very sweet to me and nice.
She's a very cool woman.
Talked about our favorite Polish judge, our favorite circuit court judge. We were talking about her a lot, and then I was talking to like office holders like Daniel Elliott, the treasurer. I was just going up to the office holders.
Wow.
Todd Rokita. Him and I talked like 4 or 5 times that day. We were like,
Todd Rokita, 2 region guys hanging out.
Yeah, dude. Todd was talking about LOCPod.
Come on.
No, he wasn't.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Absolutely. It was very embarrassing.
But did you
Wait.
You're
like, wait a minute, let me pull up my.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Did you book him?
I think I did.
Oh,
come on.
He said he was going to do it.
Think about it. He's thinking about it.
Because he's like, you're going to tear me up. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, if you listen to, we always make our guests look good. That's our job. But we're not there.
Probably better to be on as a guest than
right.
just to be talked
totally,
about.
Dude. If you're not a guest,
like,
we're ripping the shit out of you.
Hold on, General. Let me give you some.
Yeah.
Let me review some of our episodes about you.
So like he says,
That's
his
cool.
staff always cuts links to LOCPod and plays it for him. And I was like, General, I'm a dick. I just admit, like, right up. I said that to him. I was like, that's part of the show. It's who but like, we're like really good to our guests, and I would love to have you on. And he was like, really? You'd like to have me on? I was like, absolutely.
It'd be an interesting conversation. I'd love to ask him. I'd love to pick his brain about some of the issues that
I would want to ask him about when he was Secretary of State and he wanted fair maps.
Yes, I want
stuff like that. What happened?
Yeah,
you
you're
evolved.
right. What's evolved?
But I mean, it wouldn't be a dick saying that. I just want to know.
That's what I mean. I want to pick his brain. Like, give me the evolution.
Right.
Yeah.
So like that was interesting, and then. I've still got dry January going, so that was awkward. Everybody's drinking.
I'm not. I don't.
Coffee, please.
we know, Kevin.
You're drunk right now.
Yeah. Who knows what's in this left-handed coffee mug?
It's not really a left-handed coffee mug.
Kev just started.
So what if it's clear? It's water.
He already lost, so he just started piling up. Fuck it, might as well drink all the time.
Might as well go on a bender January.
Bender January. So anyway, I talked to Gov, obviously, and
very cool.
It's super like. It's funny how politics makes strange bedfellows.
Sure.
It's funny. Because, like, if you guys remember correctly, it wasn't that long ago I had a viral post about the governor.
Yes, I remember.
I have to give him credit, man. Because I tell you, a lot of governors would be like, fuck Tom McDermott and fuck Hammond.
I think what I will say and credit both of you is that, it's important about politics aside when certain things happen, right? And this is an economic development opportunity that the state and the city haven't seen in decades, right? When the Colts came. So I think it shows you that sometimes, especially I think Indiana, like Hoosier politicians, they can put politics aside, for things like this.
I didn't know that about the governor, though, I'll be honest, because I don't really know him very well. And so I didn't know if there was going to be lasting repercussions from my viral post. And then, so I walk up to him, and in front of the whole room, I don't know if everybody's watching, but I was conscious of it. And I was just like, thanks, God, for the invite. I appreciate it. And he was so nice to me.
Yeah.
And he was just like, Mayor, this is such a great opportunity for our state. And I'm so excited about Northwest Indiana and the future. And I was like, I know you do. And because the governor owns a business in Hammond.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing about it is, like, I see him kind of as a businessman first. Like, that's his mind.
His
that's
staff
where he
was
comes
saying
from,
this.
right? Small business.
Go into that, Kevin. One of his staff members came up to me, Josh, his chief of staff. And he was sort of talking about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, some governors see red, some governors see blue, this governor sees green.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a businessman.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, even
because he put that stuff aside. I have to give him credit, honestly, because my post went viral. I'm not used to my posts going viral. It went viral right as a big development was presenting itself, which is perfect timing, right?
Everyone's like, great, here we go.
He set it aside, man. I have to give Governor Braun credit. Because a lot of governors would walk after that and be like, nope, is there any other location we can do it? Nope. Okay. Then we're not going to do it.
And I think, I think it's one of these things where, like, hey, we're definitely going to have differences with the governor, with the Republican Party, statewide. We're going to have our differences. But I think when you have issues that do, kind of coalesce, I think it's a credit to the leadership, in this case, the governor, the mayor, to get things done for the state, for the better of the state.
So I had a special seat during the address. He wanted me to sit in a specific place. So I was like, I don't know if this guy's going to
like your name's
roast
on
you?
it.
Yeah.
He's
He'd roast me,
Yeah.
maybe throw something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But how they do in State of the Cities. They're like Mayor McDermott over there. And I'm supposed to stand up and wave.
Right.
Mayor McDermott's a fine mayor. But I didn't know what was going on. I just knew I was invited there and I was told to sit in this seat.
Stand
right?
up, everyone claps for you.
Oh,
looks
we
up at
stood
the
up.
gallery.
It was way more than mass. My legs were, we were standing like crazy. It was only like a half-hour long speech. It was really
I saw
short.
that. It's like 35 minutes. Did you see any of our local delegation? Did you run into any of our reps?
Oh, yeah. No, they saw
that's
me.
awesome.
I was up on
good.
And they were like, come down here and sit with us. And I was like, I can't.
Rick
But we were like,
Jackson and Andrade
no, they had an extra seat on the floor. They wanted me to come down and sit with them. And I would have normally done that. But I was like, I'm supposed to be right here.
Yes.
Like, I don't know
My
what's
name's
going
on this seat.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, if I go sit on the floor and the governor's looking for me upstairs, I didn't know.
Well,
So I stayed. And then
let's hear that.
He mentioned me specifically in the speech during the Bear segment. Mentioned me
This
by
is
name.
pretty cool.
I've never, by the way, before we get into this, I've never been invited by the governor to the state of the state. I've certainly never been mentioned in the state of the state. So like the fact that this is coming from Governor Braun is just boggling my mind and blowing my mind.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And it shows you how important the project is, I think.
Yeah, I think it's
All right.
important to both of us.
Let's check this
environment. It's not surprising that another organization has noticed that Indiana is open for business. The Chicago Bears. I think Mayor McDermott is here this evening, and all I can tell you is we are working hard to bring the Chicago Bears to the Hoosier State so they can really see what a great place is to have a business. We'll work hard to do it. Let's get it across the finish line.
See, I wish the governor would have consulted me about his speech there.
Oh.
That would have been a perfect time for a bear down.
Agreed.
That would have been a perfect time for a bear down.
You're right.
We need to bear down and bring the Bears.
That would have brought the
God
house
dang
down.
it, man. It's a bunch of Colts fans right
You
there.
should have just yelled it.
I was going to, but like it was
You should have
inappropriate.
opened your jacket up and had a Colt Komet jersey on. Bear down, Governor.
I mean, honestly, would that not have been the perfect time for a bear
Totally.
down? I know.
Totally.
Colt fans writing a speech.
We're going to bear down and get this done across
We're
the
gonna
finish
bear
line.
down, and everybody would have
Yeah.
been like, we would have probably like
Hell yeah.
stampeded the lectern.
Earl Harris would have I heard Representative Harris had like a Bears colored suit on or something. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Man.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I was mentioned in the state of the state.
So this picture is really cool. Is this just so
That's
our
what my
listeners know
view-
where is where
I was in
where
the
is
upper
this?
balcony. I
But
was on the fourth
what
floor.
chamber is this?
That's the Indiana House right there, and the Senate comes over to the House, so all the reps and senators are smashed into the 100 seats downstairs, and then I was sitting next to like all the justices of the Supreme Court, and a lot of the judges. I saw Judge Shealy there. Judge Shealy there.
Oh, I love that.
And then like Marissa is like a rock star amongst judges. So
That's
like
awesome.
I walk by all the justices, and they're all like,
Once
"Oh my
again,
God, your
Marissa
wife."
helping you out.
Yeah, dude. They were like, "Oh my God, your wife is awesome." Blah blah blah.
You're
And I'm
okay.
like, like she married a badass too. I don't know if you guys know that.
They don't
you
say,
know,
why don't
like,
you say anything about me?
what the hell? I'm getting mentioned in the
But you
governor's
should be-
speech.
you should be used
They're
to
like,
that by
your
now."
wife is awesome. I'm like, did you hear the freaking governor just mention my name, Justice? Like, what the hell?
That's great.
But
This is a cool picture. Check this out.
that's a really cool picture. That was I was trying to figure out how many people are represented by those mayors right there. I think it's like 1 in every 5 Hoosiers is represented. By
No
those,
kidding.
Yeah, by those 6.
Could
mayors
you
right
introduce
there.
us to?
So
what we got here?
we have so if you're looking at the picture online right now, from left, that's Mayor David Wood. David's the mayor of Mishawaka, which is adjacent to South Bend. It's a nice town.
Very
it's
nice.
a Valpo / Munster-ish. For
If you're on the toll road, it's
region
where the
people.
mall is.
Yeah, Mishawaka is a really nice town. Shelbyville, a little further to the south, about an hour south of Mishawaka. Scott Ferguson, that's him right there. Both of those mayors are Republicans, by the way. Not that it matters. I'm just pointing out. And then the next mayor over is Mayor Stephanie Terry. She's the mayor of Evansville.
Yes, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's Democrat. Then, of course, me, Democrat, Hammond. Next to me on my left is James Mueller. He's the mayor of South Bend.
He's looking fit, by the way.
Yeah, he is. He lost probably 50 pounds.
Wow, he looks great.
Whoa.
He looks great.
He looks
yeah.
great.
And then Eddie Melton. Right
Two
there.
region dudes.
Yeah, Eddie Melton, Mayor Gary, Democratic Mayor Gary, and all 6 of us were there. The mayors are obviously wanting to hear people talk about SB1 and what they're going to do to relieve the pressure on cities. Because right now, as it stands, we're losing millions of dollars in our next budget, and if there's no answers about revenue from the governor and from the General Assembly, we're going to have to lay off police and fire. We're going to have to, and that's not a scare tactic. It's literally. There's no other options.
And I think it's interesting that like that goes across party lines too. Like every city, whether you're Republican or Democrat, are facing these same issues, right? From SEA 1.
2/3 of the money we spend in Hammond goes to police and fire. It's actually more than 2/3. So like, it's not even realistic to think you could cut $15 million from my budget and it's not going to affect police and fire. It's, if you think that, you're challenged. Like you really aren't that deep of a thinker. So like, the fact is, if the cuts go as they're supposed to go, you're going to see massive layoffs in police and fire. You're going to see school cities laying off teachers and principals and staff. You're going to see libraries closing because they have no option to get funding under this scenario. So it's just, I don't get it. I don't understand. It's a war on local government. So obviously 6 bipartisan mayors being at the governor's speech is a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't think that happens very often. So,
yeah. And I like that. I like the fact, and I mean, I feel like a broken record a little bit, but I like the fact that it just seems like mayors stick together and like mayors have common issues.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see that.
Yeah. And mayors speak the same language. We're not Republicans and Democrats to each other. We're all trying to get the same thing done. So
for your cities.
In fact, I've been asked to be involved in Democrats' attempts to beat Republican mayors before, and I've always turned it down. I'm not going against a mayor. Not how you roll.
I loved seeing. I loved having Mayor Bonta on. That was great.
Mayor Bonta's a great mayor.
That was really. I
thought he did a really good job.
I did too. I just had never really, obviously, never had a chance to talk to him like that in depth.
Do you get like big Scott Miller vibes off of him?
They're like kind of very similar in like they're thoughtful and like I could see long posts.
Social media? Yeah. What do you think, Joe? Like, I honestly, what's funny is Scott met Austin on a one region trip, and he came back to me. He's like, Mayor, you got to meet the mayor of Portage. They hit it off. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
I can see why.
Totally.
Yeah.
They're they're very similar types of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think,
smart guys.
Smart, thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Scott's running for county council, by the way.
That's what I hear.
You can have a guy like that on the Lake County Council.
Check him out on
We're going to
Facebook.
get him as a guest soon so we can introduce everybody to Scott again. I know he's been on a couple times now.
Yes, as superintendent and chief of staff once, maybe not as chief of staff. Yeah, he's been on.
I think he covered a show I wasn't here for.
I think that's right.
Hey, by the way, go back to the Bears again. Yesterday in the Indiana Senate, Senate bill was floated, Senate Bill 27. It's designated as the Stadium Authority Bill. It would create a Northwest Indiana Stadium Authority with the power to finance and construct an NFL stadium. The bill itself doesn't spell out the financing yet, but it mirrors the Indianapolis model. Public ownership of the stadium, exempt from property taxes, leased long-term to the team. Any lease would have to run at least 35 years under this bill. So
yeah, I checked it out. It's interesting. It just, to me, I think it, and Mayor summarized it pretty good there. I think the point here, the bigger point is, number one, it shows again that the state's not messing around on this issue. Like they're like, okay, we're going to put some legislation through this session. It's not like they're just like, oh, we're going to talk with the Bears over the summer. Right. Mm-hmm. And this is,
it's not high on our agenda.
Correct. Which is what the Illinois legislature said. Right. Yeah. Good point.
It's not high on our agenda this year.
The other thing I would say is, and I actually got a text from my brother, Matt, out in LA. And he's like, hey, man, I just saw this come across the wire. You guys, this is national news now. Like, and that is because there's a sports reporter. His name's Ian Rappaport. You've probably heard of him at ESPN. Yeah. Like, I mean, he tweeted about it. So Matt was like, hey, man, tell Mayor Tom, great job. This is getting out there. So that's cool.
Technically, there's no city mentioned in this.
No, there's not. I mean, and this is just to set up the stadium authority, right? So it just sets up the stadium authority.
So why would I get celebrated?
Well, I think maybe that all the news out there.
Are you giving away something?
No, I'm not giving away anything. But he's just like, all the news he sees is that, oh, Hammond's this, Hammond's that. They're visiting. Yeah. The. It
could be anybody doing
it could be
soil boring in Hammond. It could be EPA. It could be.
Well, I mean, you had a report the NFL commissioner was walking around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's reports out there. I
There
didn't
is
see him.
reports. I
Did
didn't
you
see
see
him.
him? I
Nope.
didn't see him, but those are
Nope.
what the reports are.
I feel like Tom's holding something close to his vest.
He might be.
He's not.
You don't
I
know.
don't know. I was trying to see if Kevin's holding back
No.
something. I don't know.
What's
Never,
going on
Some,
here?
there's,
Never.
I don't think we're like being honest with each other in LOCPod Studio.
I agree. There's the vibe is.
I can't tell the mayor about all the conversations
The
I
people
have.
want to know. There's over 100 people watching right now. They want to
Yeah?
know what's going on.
I think, well, I mean,
I
look.
think-
Go ahead.
You guys are ridiculous.
Maybe we can't talk about this.
Okay, don't.
Yeah.
I think
But
we-
like, there's no city mentioned in this bill. I would prefer there was a city mentioned. I
Well,
would prefer that.
That means it's up in the air.
You're an asshole for saying that.
Who knows?
I don't think it's up in the air.
Kevin's
Well,
got his lawyer hat on.
All
Maybe it's up in there.
All signal that
Like
it should be in
call me
Northwest Indiana.
sensitive. You're
Wait,
an
there were
asshole.
many
That
mayors.
should be our what's that?
There were many mayors at the state of the state, and only one got mentioned.
That's true.
That's
What does that mean?
Yeah, Kevin.
What does
That's
that
true.
mean, Kevin?
Yeah. I gave
I'm in
James,
Marissa's corner.
I gave James Mueller shit about the. I was like, yeah, you're trying to steal our stadium.
Oh, 'cause he did that
They did
post.
South Bend. Yeah, the stadium from South Bend.
All right, we got to get to ads because we got Brian Howey coming on in just 15 minutes, and ads are going to take a couple. So let's do ads and come
Well,
back.
like first off, on Senate Bill 27,
Yes.
it just proves that this is no longer speculation. Indiana is actively positioning itself to land the Chicago Bears. So I think that's something Illinois hasn't done. There's a lot of things Indiana has done that Illinois hasn't done, and this is just another example of Governor Braun and the leadership of the House and the leadership of the Senate being aggressive to land
And
the
on
Chicago
board,
Bears.
fully on board. I think, and by the way, the sponsors of the bill,
Yeah.
like you're talking about the
Senator Ryan Mishler. He's like,
Mishler and Gardner, two of the top Republicans in the Senate, are pushing this bill.
and they're the ones that pushed Lucas Oil. They're
Yep.
the ones that pushed the new stadium for the Pacers. What's that called? It's not the
Gamebridge.
Gamebridge Fieldhouse. These are the same leaders that pushed those through to the finish line, and now here they are. working
Yeah, I
with
mean, I
us.
think when the governor
working
wants
with
something
the
done,
Bears, not with us.
he
with
gives
the
it to
Bears.
the people that he can trust. And he,
I didn't say working with us.
No,
I
I
said
know,
working
I know.
with the Bears.
working with the Bears.
I don't know what you heard. Don't be putting words in my mouth.
I didn't hear anything.
Didn't
Thank
say
you.
anything.
I didn't say working with us. I said working with the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm arguing with myself.
Better get to ads.
Okay, let's do some ads. We'll come back. We got another bit, and then the third segment, we come back. We got Brian Howey on with us,
Yep.
and that's going to be an
We gotta
interesting
hustle.
conversation. So let's do Powering Indiana Lake County, your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana corporations, businesses, and homes. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who's in court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-5544-LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you. And a lovely couple.
Calumet Brewing enjoyed Dry January with a cold alcohol-free beer. Michelob Ultra Zero is a superior alcohol-free beer that has 29 calories, 6.5 carbs, and a new lime-flavored option for 2026. For those that love craft brews, try the new Golden Road Mango Cart NA or Elysian Easy Dust IPA. Don't forget about Stella Artois 0.0, which is brewed to give the import drinker a perfectly balanced alcohol-free beer. With so many great non-alcoholic beer options, Dry January has never been easier for those that love beer. Enjoy beers and cheers this January responsibly.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by hitting up their website at mcrpartnersllc.com for tailored assistance. Don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
The Prestmer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestmer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. Prestmer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you. Hablamos Espanol. I want to do a shout-out to Ronnie Pressman, who helped me take care of a homeowner's issue recently. So thank you, Ronnie.
Thank you. You know, I heard somebody the other day talking about online sports gambling, about how they think it's one of the worst things that's developed over like the last decade in America. And I'm not going to go that far, but I tell you, I did gamble a little bit. I was playing with it when it first came out, and I lost my ass doing that. I was not winning. It was just like, I'm not going to keep doing this because it doesn't seem like, it seems like these guys are too good.
Yeah, I fiddle with it, but like I don't go in hard. Like I really are low betting and just kind of more for fun.
You can quit whenever you want. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Just like alcohol.
Just like addicts.
Just like my dry January.
Just like I can quit whenever I want.
Just like my bender January.
Screw you.
I'm fine. Don't talk to me about online gambling.
Everybody I talk to about gambling in general, everybody tells me, like, if you talk to a gambler, they all tell you the same thing.
Yep.
It's like, I'm great. I always win. I never lose. I hear that shit all the time. Because
Yes.
I don't gamble. I'm like teetotaler when it
I
comes
know
to
a couple
gambling.
of gamblers like that.
They
You're right.
always, it's like, but everybody else sucks, but I'm like the best.
or they do this. Like I'm in some chats and like you'll always hear about the wins.
Yes.
But you don't
Kevin
hear
went
about
from
the losses.
Kevin went from I
I
piddle little bit here, and now he's in chats about gambling. He's in threads.
Gambling chats.
He knows all the details.
No, just $1 here, $1
You want to know the
there.
line on the game tonight, John? Let me
That's on games, dude. But when I'm playing craps, I go big, though. Sports gambling, that's for pikers.
But I mean, the
You
reason
carry your addictions well.
Thank
I
you.
would
I'm
never
I'm
know.
I'm trying. You
Why
would
do you
never
think
know
he
what's in
works
this
so hard?
coffee cup.
The guy has to come in and cover his gambling losses. That's why
right.
he's working at 3 in the morning.
Like,
It all makes sense.
I shouldn't have put any money on that Chinese Basketball Association game.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
isn't there like, okay, so we're talking about another online gambling scandal, right? So it seems to me like if you're DraftKings and you see somebody bet $200,000 on a Chinese basketball game, it's probably like a little bit of impropriety going on. Either that or that person's just hopelessly addicted.
Right.
Yeah, that was one of the funniest tweets I found on this. Is that this guy Stuart Blitz posted this? If someone is betting $200K from the U.S. on a random Chinese Basketball Association game, you already know there's shady shit going
Fuck yeah,
on,
right?
Yeah.
Totally.
And like this is crazy. Like somebody bet $200,000 on like just who's
on.
betting Chinese basketball
Come on,
anyway,
dude.
right? And so this scandal again. I mean, we this has to be Tom, right? Like fourth, fifth time we've talked about.
It's not done.
No, I
This
mean
is going to continue.
20 people were indicted, including 17 Division I NCAA basketball players who were doing a point shaving scandal.
In China?
NCAA games and in China.
Okay.
Some are NCAA games, and some are players that actually have graduated and gone to play in China, including one Bull player, Antonio, or used to be on the Bulls, and Antonio Blakeney.
Uh-huh.
He was among the 17 people indicted in this point shaving scheme. Point shaving basically means that if, like, let's say Blakeney averages 20 points a game, goes out and like scores 4 points, and then it comes out that like people were betting that game to cover and not cover the spread. Well, he probably, the allegation is he helped keep the points down.
Or you just like fake an injury?
Do that. That happened before too.
Right.
We had that
You're
one
like,
story.
oh, I can't walk, and then you're done for
The
that
guy
game.
took
You
him
only
out of the
score
game.
you like score 4 points and you're
Yep.
out, right?
Like you do a player prop, like, oh, he's going to score 20 points,
Right.
and then he gets hurt in the first quarter,
Right.
So, John, you want to play this real? Do you have? There's a clip just about
Yeah.
what happened here. It's about a 40-second clip. If you've got it up, here we go.
Yep.
How's the scheme have alleged to work?
It worked because sports gamblers, Kira, according to the indictment, would find players they could bribe. You mentioned $10,000 to $30,000 in order to underperform. Guy averages 20 points a game, maybe he'd score 6, so that either his team would lose on purpose or lose big enough to cover the spread. And the sports gamblers would then have a sure bet. And this went on for 3 years, according to federal prosecutors, between 2022 and 2025. It involved players from 17 Division I teams and at least 29 NCAA games.
There you go.
So when they indict these guys, Kevin, what do they indict them on? Like conspiracy?
Yeah, probably some fraud. Some fraud. Definitely conspiracy, right? If they're working together. We talked about that poker one that was going on with athletes, and I assume there's some sort of like mail or wire fraud, right?
Right,
Wire
for
fraud,
sure,
wire
for
fraud
sure.
because it's online,
For sure.
Yeah, so that's what I would think would happen to him. Now I know I need to find some players to bribe, and then my sports gambling is going to take
turn
it's
out a
going to
lot better.
uptick.
Then you
yeah.
can stop betting $5.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then I can stop betting $5. Well, so that's interesting. We're going to follow that along, and keep our eyes on what's going on in the sport gambling world. You want to go to do some ads, or you want to do? Oh wait,
Yeah, you wanted to.
there was a couple. This is just interesting. I think it's important to talk about ICE a little bit, keep them in the news because there's a lot of stuff going on, and I just found we did a lot on that Renee Good shooting a couple episodes ago. These were just a couple of, and you see these, and I just want to make sure we're paying attention to some of the stuff that's going on because I think in time we're going to see that the training and the type of people that became ICE agents in this time were not up to snuff. And here's a couple of things I thought I just wanted to point out. The first is an arrest. It's hard to believe this is why they arrested this gentleman. And then we're going to show about a protester in Minnesota just talking about what's going on up in Minneapolis. So let's play this one first. John, it's about a minute.
Yes, you are required
Did you
to.
not do the
Where are you
wash
safe?
until after?
Look, sir, are you going to do this the easy way or are we going to take you in?
You cannot take me in.
Yes,
I'm
I
in
can.
my private.
Yes, I can.
You
Do
just
you have documentation?
I do have my
Can
documentation.
you present it to me,
Why are
please?
you asking me for my paperwork?
Because of your accent.
I still. You have an accent too.
Where were you born, sir?
Where were you born at?
Put your hands behind your back.
There we go.
God, they're such fucking punks.
Because of your accent. All right. So, and then this next one was interesting because, there's been a lot going on in Minneapolis. They've ramped it up. This is a protester. It's about a minute long. It's some dude they grabbed on the street, and he's just like pissed about just in general. So I thought this was a kind of a man on the street type of interview, and I liked it. So here it is.
This is nuts. This is fucking, and you're right in the middle of this shit. What the fuck is going on, dude? This is insane.
Have you ever gone out to these sort of things before?
Never. I've never protested in my life. My brother's here. He does it all the time. I've never. Like I said, I'm far enough away, but close enough, and I sit in my cushy house and look at shit and get mad, and they're just trying to fucking scare people, and but why shoot people? You know what really pisses me off is the fact that they detain people, cuff them, and then still beat the shit out of them. They tell you it's immigrants, only immigrants. It's fucking anybody. I have friends that got detained, and all they were doing was fucking driving home from work. What the fuck?
Sounds like you don't fit the definition of the...
No, and I'm not fucking paid to be here like everybody fucking says. What the fuck is that? I gotta work in the goddamn morning, just like everybody else. I'm just here trying to stand up for community, dude. We're all human beings here. I don't give a shit who you are, where you came from, what color you are. It doesn't fucking matter. This is wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like...
Was that on the news?
It's just some guy. I was like, he's saying everything that it's in my head a lot,
God, dude, when I watch that stuff, I get so burned up.
Yeah,
so,
I know. So, all right, we're going to do some quick ads. Appreciate you hanging on here. We have a great guest. Brian Howey's coming up. One of the, if not the top media guy throughout the state of Indiana. I can't wait to talk to Brian a little bit about what's going on.
Over the last 20, 30 years,
there's
no doubt in my mind that's the truth. So looking forward to talking to Brian. So stick around and let us get through these ads. And when we come back, we'll have Brian Howey on the air. Let's start with 219 Development and Bauer Construction, our studio sponsor. We're excited to welcome longtime friends of the show and now one of our premier studio sponsors, Bauer Construction Company and 219 Development Services. Bauer Construction is a family-owned construction firm known for quality work and treating every dollar like it's their own. And 219 Development Services provides smart, strategic development support. They act as an extension of your team, helping projects move from idea to reality with confidence. If you're building or developing in Northwest Indiana, these are the teams you want in your corner. Call 219-803-0417 for more information.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious taproom and outdoor patio, serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offer a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their amazing food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site, just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Let them show you that customer service is their top priority. Check out more at bywaybrewing.beer.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Baldensberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing always on time and within budget. And they do metal business cards, conveniently located in Munster and Hammond. Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions that leave a lasting impression. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortilla Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
Hiring a full-time marketing manager is costly, but what if you didn't have to? At the Branding Room Floor, we are your marketing department, providing marketing strategy, creative design, web development, full brand management, and more, all for less than the cost of a single employee. We are the region's award-winning full-service marketing agency, partnering with businesses and organizations that want complete marketing department results without the overhead. Stop doing it yourself or delegating to unqualified employees. Get the support, expertise, and partnership of a full marketing team with the Branding Room Floor. Visit thebrandingroomfloor.com to get started today.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to our sponsors first off.
Yes, including our studio sponsors.
I want to introduce Brian Howey. Brian A. Howey is a third-generation Hoosier journalist and founder of Howey Politics Indiana, a subscriber-based, nonpartisan political newsletter founded in 1994. Brian's also a syndicated newspaper columnist, including the Northwest Indiana Times, whose work reaches more than 300,000 readers a week in 30 local markets across Indiana. In 2008 and 2010, the Washington Post cited Howey as Indiana's top political journalist. He has also been honored by the Hoosier State Press Association, the Associated Press, Indiana Policy Review Foundation, Toastmasters International, and the Inland Press Association. He's a native of Michigan City and Peru, where both his parents were news editors. Howey grew up hanging around the newsrooms of the Michigan City News-Dispatch and the Peru Daily Tribune in the days of hot type and of ashtray on every reporter's desk. Ladies and gentlemen, proud to reintroduce Brian Howey. How you doing, Brian?
Bear down, everybody.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
That's a good way to
like.
start. Yeah.
Absolutely. Good to have you back on the show. You know, I was checking our notes, and the last time you were on, you must be a January guest because it was January of 23.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So welcome back.
Been a couple.
Yeah. Love to do this more often.
Yeah. How's everything going, Brian?
Well, pretty good. Pretty good. And I think the Bears have got the attention of the movers and shakers here down in Indianapolis and at the State House.
I've never been more popular with the Republican leadership.
Well, congratulations to making the State of the State address cut. I mean, you got a call out by
I know
Governor Braun.
I should just do a mic drop and walk.
I want to say that's going to get you a couple notches up on the Howey list this year. You know,
maybe
when it comes
maybe
out, maybe
notch-
that helps.
Maybe a couple notches lower in the Democratic Party list.
You never know.
Well, the way our congressional delegation is acting, there's going to be a lot of movement for mayors to make the top of the list.
Wow, that's great. Well, it is our year is coming up next year, so you know, 1 year from now we're going to be all running for re-election, or won't be. But so, what do you think about this whole Bears play, Brian? I mean, you think it's a serious thing, personally?
Yes, I do. First of all, there's a bill, Senate Bill 27, was just introduced, and it has been assigned to the Appropriations Committee, and the Appropriations Chairman, Ryan Mishler from Mishawaka, and Chris Garton, he's the Senate Majority Leader, their sponsors. So that's some pretty heavy firepower, you know, lined up, and it's in the right committee, and you've got heavy hitters backing it. You've got the governor who said they're ready to do the heavy lifting. So I think that there's a real good shot at getting something through.
Brian, do you see? I was going to say, Brian, do you see do you see this as like a power play by kind of the governor and the state of Indiana vis-a-vis Illinois? Like, is this, you know, everybody's got their rivals, and maybe this is like a Braun Pritzker thing, or what do you think?
Well, I think so, and Speaker Todd Houston, you know, has prioritized trying to attract those 33 Illinois counties to come over and join Indiana. And I mean, the chances of that happening are slim to none. But boy, if they were to get the Bears and put them in Hammond, then that might open up some other possibilities.
The Hammond Bears has a nice ring to it. I mean,
I think they're going to stick with Chicago.
Yeah, probably. We'll let them do that. It's good enough they're playing there.
So are they looking at a similar situation to what Kansas did with the Chiefs and using these star bonds, to basically build the stadium there?
I could tell you that without getting into too much detail, but I could tell you that the Bears are interested in the full experience. Like right now when you go to Kevin and I went to the game last week, Brian, and we parked off 18th Street and we walked in there, went to the game, walked back. But I think the Bears are looking for a whole experience, sort of like when you go to Wrigley, you go to the bars before, you eat some steak before, and then you go into the game. The Bears want, if you stay the night, they want to get you staying the night. They want to get, they want to make the money when you're buying your steak. They want to make your money when you're buying rounds of alcohol for you and your friends, and then they want your ticket money when you go into the stadium. I think they're looking for the whole experience.
It seems like that's more of that's like a model of a lot of professional sports teams now, right? If you look at like SoFi, you look at like the Arlington, the newer stadiums.
Atlanta.
Atlanta, there you go, right? Mercedes-Benz, right? Like
right.
It's this. They really try to, like you said, Mayor, try to capture as much as they can around the stadium or in that area so that people can have this fan experience.
And I know that they're talking about a dome also. I don't think they're talking about retractable roof, but a dome stadium, which right now Soldier Field this time of year is, outside of the Bears, it's useless, right? If you have a dome stadium, you guys have a dome down there and you could do concerts in the dead of the winter, So
yeah, something about Bears.
So have you been to a Cincinnati Reds or Bengals game?
Reds game, yes. I've been to a Reds game.
Because they've got the two stadiums, kind of a couple blocks apart from each other, and then there's that entertainment district in between. And Mayor, when we talked last week, I asked you, the Sox are also looking for a new stadium.
We can put them right there.
I don't know if the 78 is available anymore. So, I mean, is there enough room in Hammond, to do a Cincinnati kind of play?
I would love that, Brian. And I think the White Sox, we were talking about them earlier, is the White Sox are in a situation they want to get out of in Chicago as well. And, let's say the thing fell apart with the Bears. I hope it doesn't. But if the thing with the Bears falls apart, we got the framework in place to, go knock on Jerry Reinsdorf.
Yeah, I mean, this bill, the Stadium Authority bill, is, I think, just the start. I think it's the way you get things rolling, right? It shows the Bears that you're serious. It shows the Bears you don't want to wait another legislative session.
Think about the Bears. They go to Illinois for years and years, and they're getting the door slammed in their face. They're getting ridiculed. They're getting told that Soldier Field's good enough. And then they come over to Indiana, and they got mayors bending over backwards. They got a governor talking great about them. The legislature is moving a bill through currently, and this is within their first couple months of talking to us.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is the Bears can't just sit back. I think if they didn't do something, they're just going to be in the same position that they are right now with Illinois in 27 and 28. They had no choice but to. They were like, okay, look, we've got to do something, because if not, we're gonna look like fools in 2 years.
Yeah.
So last year, Representative Earl Harris got that bill through that basically did that set the structure up for what's going to happen next? Then
I think what's interesting, Brian, is I think that bill is making a lot of news right now. But when push comes to shove, that organization's not going to be running the new field. The new field's going to be run by the Stadium Authority. And when you look at when the state built Colt Stadium, at that time I think it was Bart Peterson was the mayor of Indy, right, Brian?
Right.
And I remember, because I was close to Mayor Peterson when he was the mayor of Indy, and I remember being offended for the mayor, because at that time it was Mitch Daniels that said, no, we're doing the stadium. We're spending all of our money. We're not going to let the mayor and his team do it. We're doing it from the state. I think that's sort of what we could expect in the region if the state does this. And I don't think they're going to leave it to that local board personally.
Well, yeah, and it was Governor Daniels that basically put together the the funding formula through the 7 contiguous counties around Indianapolis. It wouldn't have happened without him. And so that's why I think it's important that Governor Braun is saying the things he's saying right now, because the governor could make or break this.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, look, if the Bears came just to the mayor and said, hey, Mayor, we need $1 billion, right? I mean, you've got to have the juggernaut in the room, which is the state. And so
I tried to say that early, Kev. We could want the Bears, we could want the White Sox all day long, but without Governor Braun and the General Assembly behind us, it's just hot air. with Governor Bond being on board, with Senate and House leadership being on board, this is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, all of a sudden you look, from our perspective, you see all these things that are happening in the State House, and you're like, wow, this actually might, these are all positive steps.
So what kind of conversations have you had, Mayor, with the governor?
Great conversations. Like, Brian, and also this is the crazy part. I'm sure you're aware of this because a lot of people saw this. About 2 months ago, I posted a tweet about the governor that went viral, and it wasn't flattering, right? And then all of a sudden, about his fundraiser. And then a week later, all of a sudden, this amazing opportunity presents itself.
Just goes to show you, man.
I have to give the governor credit, man. There's a lot of governors that would have said, forget Mayor McDermott, forget Hammond, and this governor put all that aside. I have to give him credit for that, Brian, because that takes a big person. Because that tweet, that was probably one of the more viral tweets I've had. And
are you ready for your next tweet about the governor?
Yeah, I'm going to talk really nice about him. So I don't know if that will go viral, though.
So, Brian, tell us what else is going. I mean, what's kind of hopping down at the State House?
Can I ask one question real quick, Brian? Let's say that this bill starts moving through. I was irrationally being a little paranoid. I don't know where the Democrats are going to be on this. I hope the Democrats are with us, but typically when the governor floats a bill, the Democrats are aligned against it, right? And I was worried that maybe there's some fractured relationships between the governor and the GOP because of what happened during redistricting, and I'm wondering, could this bill make it through? Do you see it having any trouble?
Well, I think it's all marketing, packaging, and optics here.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
And so
Monday night.
Indiana, you can make a case now that Indiana has become the center of the football universe.
Wow.
You can make a strong case for that, Brian.
Yeah, and Notre Dame was in the title game last year. Now our Hoosiers are there. So that's a preview to a column I'm going to write hopefully Tuesday morning. But no, I think we're at the center of the football universe. And
I agree.
Why would the Democrats not want to jump on board that?
I agree with you. And plus, I think a lot of the Democrats are Bears fans. But, going back to Brian, just building off of something Brian just said, if you look at which state has the most playoff wins in college football, it's Indiana now. Between what Notre Dame did last year going through the college football playoffs and what the Hoosiers are doing this year, there's no other state that can match us.
There's no way.
I mean,
that's
amazing.
Awesome.
Indiana is like the top of the football world right now.
That's great.
Well, it was a century ago that Notre Dame, first of all, in fighting the Klan off campus with potatoes, earned the name the Fighting Irish.
Yep.
And then you can make the case that was the beginning of the Notre Dame football century. I think they've 11 titles, 7 Heisman. I'm thinking that maybe this is the beginning of the IU
I like the way you
football
think.
century. Okay.
I think Notre Dame's embarrassed about being the second best team in Indiana.
Currently,
they're killing it in the transfer portal right now.
Yeah, they are.
I know.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be fun.
And Notre Dame and IU start playing again in a couple seasons.
29-30, home and away.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
it'll be fun. It's going to be a fun couple years. Well, Brian, tell us what else has happened down in the state, because I know you've got your finger on the pulse down there.
You were talking about immigration earlier. AP just came out with a poll that has President Trump's approval on immigration policy at 38%,
wow.
61 disapproving.
Mm-hmm.
And that when you look at the independent voters, that's 67% that don't back him on this. And, I hang out with a markedly apolitical group of people, but so that when a political issue kind of surfaces, I'll know, okay, well, that's got some legs. And I have to tell you, what we're seeing on the immigration out of Minneapolis, what we saw in Chicago in September, is infuriating people that are normally apolitical. They're not necessarily liberal Democrats or anything like that, but the optics of this are horrifying. I mean, I haven't been as horrified about optics on a scale like this since Katrina devastated New Orleans. And remember, 2 or 3 days after the storm, there were people starving at the Superdome.
Yeah.
And and that these optics are moving people and myself, pretty emphatically.
It infuriates me. And for some reason, my TikTok algorithm is a lot of ICE arrests. And I tell you, it just infuriates me watching it. And I'm, my wife's an immigrant. So, and she did it. She naturalized the legal way.
Mm-hmm.
But just to see what's going on is just maddening for me.
Yeah, a couple things, I guess, on my end is that, and Brian, you bring up a good point. I mean, think about those poll numbers. The president got elected in his mind on immigration, and that was a huge issue, right? He got elected. The positives on immigration when he got elected, it was probably flip of that, if not better, right? Number one,
and he shut down the border pretty much.
Yeah, done, credit to him. He's done a great job on that, right? I mean, it's a trickle, but everyone's probably afraid of what they see right coming in. and I think another thing, and I thought Governor Braun was careful about this in his State of the State, because Governor Braun alluded to the crackdown on immigration for the criminals that we want to get out of our country, and I've even said, like, if the president's going to go around and get bad guys that have warrants, that have been convicted of serious crimes, get them out.
Right.
I don't have a problem with that, honestly. The issue is when you see, moms and teachers and people in their cars and just people on the street. You saw that clip. You have an accent. That's why I'm asking for your papers.
Yeah.
That's where you start really crossing the line, and it gets offensive.
Can I jump in here too?
Please. Absolutely, John.
Yeah, I've always said this whole thing, these optics you mentioned, Brian, could have been avoided entirely with just a little bit more compassion in removing illegal immigrants. So the only thing that makes sense to me, and I'm sorry if this sounds like a conspiracy theory, is there's agitators within the administration that want this. Yeah. They want these optics.
Stephen Miller.
Now Trump has he's actually mentioned Insurrection Act in Minnesota in a tweet. So
like a prelude to like, oh, we can't have elections. We're in martial law.
I don't know.
Well, it was a century ago that Lenin, introduced state-sponsored terror in order to get his population under control in post-revolutionary Russia, Soviet Union. This is not, Mayor. If ICE were coming in to make Hammond safer, they would have coordinated with you and your police chief and the county sheriff and that kind of thing. That didn't happen. This is all about terror. It's terror,
and it works.
It works.
We would have schools in Hispanic parts of our city with like 25% attendance rates because everybody was afraid to walk out of their house during that whole period of time.
I noticed it going to mass on Sunday.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I was like, where are all the Hispanic families? They're usually here, not there.
Right.
And that's
terror.
Yeah, that's terror. If you can't go to your church, you're afraid to get in your car.
Can't take your kid to school.
Can't go to school. And those are
Why?
Those are
Why?
things
Because they're pulling you over if you're brown or if you have an accent. They're going to stop you and ask for your ID.
I think that's the scary part. The scare tactics are amazing. So
yeah,
yep, we're going to follow that along. As I'm sure we're all going to follow that along.
Brian, were you shocked about the redistricting? How it turned out?
No. President Bray consistently said over and over again, they don't have the votes, and President Trump and Vice President Vance, Senator Banks, Governor Braun thought that they could jam it through, and they didn't.
I thought somebody would wilt under the pressure. I really did. I'm not used to seeing the supermajority not succeed. I mean, they've succeeded every time. I've been mayor a long time, and they always win. But in this case, they did the right thing.
It was interesting, really interesting. That was an interesting development. And I think we all wanted to see how it's going to play out in the legislature and whether they're, like you brought it up a little bit ago, Mayor, you alluded to it, that, I wonder if there's this fissure in the party or not.
I know.
I haven't seen it yet. I mean, Brian, have you seen anything regarding, Mayor brought this up a little bit ago, I don't know if you heard him, about the concern that mayors have about SEA 1 and SB 1.
Yeah.
What are you hearing about any fixes or changes?
Well, yeah, our lead story in Howey Politics State Affairs yesterday was about House Bill 1259, I think, which is supposed to have tweaks. But our reporter Kirsten Adair interviewed the AIM people and then the mayor of Wabash. What mayor of Wabash? That city's going to lose like close to 50% of its revenue.
Holy cow!
So Hammond isn't the only one that's out 15 million. I mean, so that anyway, there's supposed to be tweaks. I think the whole thing is just bad policy, and I don't know if it's tweakable or not.
Question about the Secretary of State's race. First off, do you think Diego Morales is going to be the Republican. Is he going to be the nominee for the next Secretary of State, going forward? Secondly, about the Bo Blythe primary, so to speak. Do you have any comments about that race? It seems like that's an interesting race developing.
Yeah, it's going to be the marquee race this year. My Republican sources believe that Diego will probably be favored over Dave Shelton. He's the Knox County clerk, who is very credible, and but Diego has just worked the state. He's been at every Lincoln dinner and everything.
We've got his medal right here.
Yeah,
right.
Bo, posted $1.8 million. I guess Blythe Potter posted 110,000 in large donations over the past couple of weeks. But I can't help but think that Bo Bai would probably be the favorite on that race.
I definitely think he's the favorite, and it's interesting though watching Blythe. She is not intimidated. She's a military woman, by the way. She was not. She was out there before Bo started running, and a lot of people in her position would just gracefully fold up their campaign and let Bo take it. And she had the opposite reaction.
I think the thing about Blythe, and I'm actually, a little plug for LOCPod. We're going to have them both on in the next month.
Yeah.
Is that the thing about Blythe? I think she's definitely, win or lose, she's going to make a name for herself. And I think this isn't the last time we'll see Blythe, even if...
I hope not, because she's a great candidate.
Yeah, I think this is the thing. I mean, Bo's obviously got a lot of advantages, the name, the money. It's a convention, but his dashing good looks. And we'll see those
out of Central Casting.
That's right. He definitely does. He definitely does. So, but I think either way, Blythe's making a name for... I can't wait to have her on the show. So
no, like Kevin said, we have both of them coming on within the next month. So that's pretty exciting.
Hey, Brian, before we let you go, I just want to make sure you can give yourself a plug. How do people subscribe to Howey Politics? How do people get involved?
Because it's not Howey Politics anymore.
I shouldn't. Right. I got to be careful I call it.
I was gonna ask if I could do my own little ad.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Stateaffairs.com. Basically, if you want to have great state house coverage, follow bills. We're even doing transcripts of meetings that are AI generated. So the reporting is all original human reporting, but we're enhancing it with AI experience. So stateaffairs.com. Check us out.
Awesome.
And we read you every Sunday over here in our local paper, Brian. And I always read your paper on Sunday morning. I always read your column.
Yeah, no, I love it when the op-ed page has a Tom McDermott column and then a Howey column.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it, man. Brian Howey, I've always been a fan of yours from the moment I started in politics. You're one of the main journalists in our state, chronicling our state for the last 40 years. That's accurate, right?
Yep.
And obviously, to have you on LOCPod's an honor for me and for the whole crew. So thank you very much for coming on LOCPod.
Thanks, Brian.
Definitely. Go Hoosiers.
Go Hoosiers.
There you go.
Congratulations, by the way. Bear down. Go Hoosiers. Last week we did that, and they both won. So congratulations on everything, Brian. State affairs, everything going on in your world. It seems like you're doing great. So thanks for coming back on the show. We'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, excellent. Take care.
Thanks, buddy.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
All right,
See you,
man.
Brian.
We've been doing it this season.
Good job.
We've got good guests. We're
Werner.
Oh, dude, that's rough. Werner
was a little rough.
He's not listening, right?
I don't think so.
Listening. He's skiing right now.
He's hiking or skiing.
That's mean. We don't talk.
No. I'm not saying
that was
that
was a rough interview.
It was just. And by the way,
we had a couple conversations.
Nice guy.
Did you hear that show, Joe?
No.
It was rough.
Not many people text me about LOCPod, believe it or not. I got a text about that one.
I called Steve. I'm like, hey, Steve, did you talk to Werner before you booked him as? Because all due respect, and it was hard for me to understand him.
Yeah,
I actually
early
put
on.
both headphones on because I was like, oh my goodness, it's a very thick accent.
As the interview went on, I was able to. It was much easier. Yeah, you get used to somebody's accent.
Yeah.
But it was a little. Rough.
I liked him. I liked Werner.
Very nice guy.
Yeah. I liked him too.
Really sweet man.
It was a little rough on the interview though.
That's okay. We don't always hit home runs.
We don't always hit home runs, but we just hit a home run with Brian Howey.
It was cool.
It was out of the park, left field, left center.
Wrap us up, Locomotive.
We may not be the best, but we try our best.
We try our best. There you go. Our new logo.
Medium quality entertainment.
That's it.
Yeah, but that was a great interview.
Brian's the best, man.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask him about, speaking of the House and Senate flipping on the congressional redistricting. How about Todd Young? I'm sure we'll get into that.
I know.
That was a
I'm
flip
surprised
flop.
we didn't cover that.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't understand
Tuesday.
that. I was like,
wild.
yeah, Todd. I like Todd. and I ran against him, by the way. But
Yeah.
I do like Todd Young. I
'Cause
think Todd Young's one of the good guys. I really do.
I
think
see him
that.
as an independent voice in the Senate.
do
and
too.
I was
Some
really
of his-
shocked that he
yeah.
flip-flopped.
Some of his votes have been more independent.
I agree with
Just
you. I'm
party
surprised
line.
he backed off on that.
I am
though.
too.
Yeah, I'm a little
Somebody
upset.
promised
with
him something.
I'm a
like,
little upset with
All right,
him.
we won't run against you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or who knows?
I don't
Right.
understand that because Todd, to me, he's just a brave guy that does, in my opinion, the right thing a lot of times. And
Yeah, he's a military guy. He understands all
Went
that.
to the freaking Naval Academy. I know this guy really well. I ran against him. I know his whole story. But yeah, I'm surprised he backed off on that.
Yeah.
So, all right, Jill, what do you think? We do good?
Good stuff.
All right,
Awesome.
beautiful.
Thanks for being here again, Jay Vez. Zoom worked out perfect again, as usual.
Great
Worked
production,
out. It was-
John.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks.
Kevin,
Yes, sir.
I'm glad I finally got your Christmas gift.
Yeah.
John's is on the way still.
This is
That is awesome. Look
This
at
is
that. Yeah.
Awesome. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Look at the inside of the hood.
I
know.
love those colors.
Yeah.
I'm
John,
not
yours
afraid
is
to
on the
say
way.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know Trump's tariffs slowed everything down, so it's coming from China. Let's be honest. So, so I ordered it on December 17th.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it should be here
Thank you.
a few more
Nice.
weeks. So, anyway, thanks everybody for listening. We love you all. We appreciate you. LOCPod's a labor of love. We did another great show today. Thanks to Brian Howey. Thanks to Kevin for hosting us and helping us put together a great show. And thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to you because you always like comment on us and rate us and subscribe to us. So we appreciate everybody involved in LOCPod. And we will be back on Tuesday. Do we have a guest?
Blythe Potter.
Blythe Potter's on
Whoa.
Tuesday.
Yes,
Speaking
Tuesday.
of, man, look at us this season.
Jeez.
We are killing it. Blythe Potter on Tuesday.
We go
right here
from
on
Werner
LOCPod
to Brian to
to
Blythe.
Nice.
Yeah.
The 3 Bs.
Bear down, go IU.
Bear down. Go IU. All right. We'll be back on Tuesday. Season 17, episode 5 is in the books. We love you all. LOCPod is out. Take care, everybody.